episode of the Activation Hour. Welcome back. I missed you guys last week. We had a rewind. We re-aired our Save Single Now What. Shout out to Minister Carrie Turner. But we are back to talk about faith it until you make it, honey. And I am so blessed, excited, honored to have my lovely guest today, Miss Erica Diaz. How are you today?
I'm amazing.
I'm so excited to see you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You know what? It's one of those things, like, this happens to me all the time in real life, and it's the power of social media, right?
Right.
It literally was like connection through a hashtag.
Right.
Yeah, and so we connected on Instagram, actually, and just made our online connection a reality. And so thank you for coming to the station today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So let me tell the people about you a little bit.
Okay.
Her resume is impeccable, people. I'm just going to drop a few gems about this lovely just diva, glam, go-getter. Yeah, girl. You need a hype man? I can go on the road with you. So I am, again, honored to have Erica in the studio with me today. Erica is an author, a publicist. She is the founder of the Table of 20, the esteemed Table of 20, where you can come have a seat at the table. Come have a seat at the table. It is really an illustrious event that is hosted in order to connect just go-getters and thought leaders, thinkers, and influencers. A very elite group. It is phenomenal. So social media, go follow Table of 20. Also, the author, give them a plug, show them your book.
Where do I show it?
Faith, right there. That's good. Faith it until you make it. It is. We kind of laughed about. I'm like, girl, how did you come up with that title? And so she's gonna share some gems from that book on how to faith it till you make it, not fake it, but faith it. Right? Absolutely. And also one of the co-founders of the B Firm PR agency, award-winning, just really doing things, making your mark in that industry. And tell you a little bit more about Erica. She's a native of Richmond, California. Shout out Cali, West Side, West Coast. Right? Her first love and passion is fashion. So I'm going to dig into that a little bit. Yeah. And so one of our last live shows, we talked about faith and fashion. Okay. But obviously there was a bridge in your faith that took you from fashion to something else. I'm going to hit on that in just a moment. So she has made her mark in the fashion industry. She's worked extensively with brands such as TiVo commercials, Comcast, hit shows on networks like BET, 106 in Park, The Basement, VH1. She's out there. She is really making her mark in the media world. Over 10 years of experience in fashion and beauty. Can't you tell she's glamorous, guys? She knows the ins and outs. Yeah, you have to rep your brand. Be the brand, right?
Yes.
All right, you're your billboard. Also, Erica, for the last 7 years, she's built her brand in the PR world. Not only helping to build her brand, but the brand of other people through her work. An assorted number of A-list clients from entertainment, fashion, in and outside of Atlanta. So if you need her services, go check out thebfirmpr.com. She's a publicist, a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
You can tell. I mean, hey, she is making her mark. The owner of Vintage and More 101 Boutique.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you got to get to tell us a little bit more about the boutique. And so faith it till you make it, which is not only really focus on the area of faith, because I'm sure that's how everything else even came about. It started in faith, right?
Definitely.
All right, so welcome,
Thank
Erica.
you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, you guys know I always start this way. The show is called the Activation Hour. It's called that because the Activation Hour is defined as that moment in your life between the old and the new. It's like you have that hour, that moment when you know you'll never be the same. And you're like, wow, wait a minute. I have a real decision to make.
Right.
I can't turn back and I'm scared to go forward.
Yeah.
So what was that moment for you?
Honestly, it was when my grandmother passed away. My grandmother and I, we were extremely close. And she was that woman that was very headstrong, very assertive, aggressive. She loved hard. And she supported me wholeheartedly in all my dreams and my endeavors. My parents both did as well, but my grandmother and I had a certain type of connection. And when she passed away, I remember, well, actually, like a month before she passed away, we were talking, and I said, Grandma, let's go to Atlanta. Let's see what Atlanta has to offer. You know,
Okay.
I had only came here once on like a Black college tour, and I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to go to, you know, school in Atlanta, but, you know, God had other plans, and my grandmother ended up passing away of liver and lung cancer.
Okay.
And the night of her funeral, I said, you know what, God, I can't do this without you. I can't do this without my grandmother. Like, I need you to guide me. I need you to tell me what's next. My grandmother was like my biggest, you know, support system when it came to just my career and my goals and my dreams. And I said, God, if I get on this airplane and go to Atlanta, I said, if you guide me and you just show me the way, I said, I'm gonna ride this till the wheels fall off.
All right.
Said, I need my grandmother's spirit. I need her energy to also.
You knew it was something you couldn't do by yourself.
Yeah, and I said, you know what? I have to let go and let God. And I got on that airplane and didn't turn back.
Wow. How long ago was that?
I've been in Atlanta now for 6 years.
Wow.
Yep,
And no
6
turning
years.
back.
And no turning back. I've had my moments. Like, I've gone back home, of course, to visit family and stuff. But I knew that what I was supposed to be doing here, God had a plan for me. So I had to just be obedient to that. And just, you know, really just surrender. You know, like, and just allow him to order my steps. And so really that's even why I feel like I've been here this long, is because he's not done with me here yet.
Absolutely.
You know, so I'm just honestly on my faith walk.
Wow. You know what? I'm noticing a commonality. I ask everyone that question that I sit down with. What's your activation hour? And so the common thread in everybody I talk to is that the activation usually came from a place of pain, of loss, of I'm at a crossroads here. It came from a place where you realize I can't do this by myself. I'm challenged to do something I've never done before. And so I'm saying that for those of you listening to know, if you're at a place where you just lost something and you don't know how to pick back up the pieces, that's actually one of the best places to be to start something new. That's the best place to faith it, right? So that leads me into a perfect question. Why faith it until you make it? Tell us how that was even born.
What's so funny is I was working on a television show when I got here to Atlanta, and I remember one of the TV personalities saying to me, oh, you're here in Atlanta now, girl. You gotta fake it until you make it. And I said, no, I'm gonna faith it until I make it.
All right.
And that stuck with me, and I put it on my vision board. I'm a big, you know, put it on your vision board type of girl, speak it into existence. And the faith it until I make it wasn't a money thing for me, or wasn't like a, you know how they say, you know, and it was a mental, spiritual, emotional thing that I needed to make it there, you know, I needed to get there. So I'm going to faith my way with this mustard seed of faith that I had at that particular time. Because I was in between just, you know, with my career and the transition and being here in Atlanta, and my grandmother just passing away and having to just still regroup. And I said, I'm going to put this title on my vision board, and every day that I wake up, I would see it, like, and it would just be a constant reminder of, girl, let go, let God, faith it, have faith. Like, in this situation of different things that were going on, you know, I still had that mustard seed of faith, you know, that was just constantly just
absolutely,
you know, allowing me to keep pushing
you
through.
Said so many key things. I want to go back to, you said, okay, no, faith it until I make it. It's not a material thing. When you say that, are you speaking particular to the part about make it? When people define what I made it means, because oftentimes when people say fake it until you make it, it's like, I'm gonna look glamorous, I'm gonna look the part, I'm going to look successful until it actually becomes a reality. But you said something so authentic and true. You said, wait a minute, no, make it for me doesn't mean material things. Can you expound upon that a little bit about what make it means for you?
For me, honestly, it was make it mentally, spiritually, like my relationship with God. Like, I need to be so in tune with what He has for me that I have to block out the noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
had to eliminate anything that wasn't even of him, you know, like even in that particular situation, me working on that television show, I said, this isn't of God, so I have to leave. And that particular show, people would have loved to still be a part of, and you know, they were feeding off that negative energy that that reality show actually came with. And I was like, this is not, I know what God has in store for me.
Wow.
And I had to make that decision to either stay in this dysfunction, or I can really just let go and let God and really trust him. You know what I'm saying? Like, my make it is to be so in tune with what he has in store for me that I'm fearless. You know?
Wow, Erica, I want you guys to catch that, because so many people, like you said, people was like, kill to have an opportunity like that, to be on a successful show of any kind, but does it align with your values, with what God said? And that's with anything, whether it's, okay, you aspire to be in the entertainment industry, media industry, or if you just aspire to start a business, but then you find yourself in the company of those that you're like, wait, this is not of God.
Right.
How hard is that? I mean, to walk away and say, this is what success looks like to other people, but this ain't it.
It wasn't honestly hard as I thought it was going to be, because, again, I was so close to my grandmother and like my grandfather, my mom, my dad. Like, I come from a line of creative thinkers, people who are leaders, people who, you know, they didn't have to have a crowd around them to make them feel like they were doing something. And I've always had my own identity, so I didn't need, you know, outsiders to define what my success or what my make it was supposed to look like for them. So I just had to really surrender, because like, I've been in a situation to where God was like, if you don't do it my way, it's not gonna happen for you, boo.
Yes.
You know? So,
yes, that was my activation hour. I get it.
And, you know, and experienced it. I was like, no, it's not gonna be hard for me to leave this situation.
Yeah.
He had me there for the season, and I was like, okay, and you know, and then he was like, yeah, it's time to go.
Wow.
So I had to listen, you know.
So you know who Erica is, who God says you are, and you're like, this doesn't align with who he said I am, so bye, cut it off. Yeah. So that guys, you got to know who you are to get what he says you have. I've said this before on the show and sermons and ministry. Look, we're around here trying to grab stuff that don't belong to us because we don't know who we are.
Right.
You got to go back. If you know your name and who God says you are, you grab the right stuff.
Right. You grab the right stuff. And that's why, you know, I've never been one of those, you know, like jealous or envious or, oh God, why isn't this happening for me at this time? I've always been just a real like cheerleader for other people.
Absolutely.
So
even for me, we just met. Like, y'all, like, literally, we just, 2-3 weeks ago, maybe, give or take.
Right.
And it was all through, literally, like, I put a hashtag. She was connected to the hashtag. She messaged me.
Right.
She was like, I love what you're doing. I want to come on and part. I was like, okay, cool. Then I'm looking at what she's doing. And since that moment, we've been cheering for each other on Instagram. Girl, I got you. I posted a prayer the other night. She was like, I'm going to help you, sis. I got you.
Exactly.
And I was like,
yes.
And that was crazy about that. And I'm going, you know, let me tell you something about the activation hour. It's so authentic because y'all know I prepare. Like, I have all my questions. We always end up just having a conversation. I'll get to this. But what got me, you just don't know in that moment at 12:44 a.m. If y'all follow me on Instagram, every now and then I'll just put literally what my thoughts are when I'm up working in the middle of the night. I'll just drop a one-liner and say, Lord, help me finish, or like I put the other night, and that quote actually came from the movie Hacksaw Ridge. I don't know if you've seen it before. And it's an army movie. He's saving soldiers, and he's a Christian. He doesn't believe in killing people, so he won't. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but you gotta watch that movie. It's amazing. I watched it with my pastor actually, and she was just saying, Melissa, you gotta see this movie. And the point is, it's like, I'm not going to use the tactics of others. I'm going to use what God told me. And in the movie, he's going, like, literally, he has gunshots and, you know, flying over his head. And he's going back to save soldiers. And every time he's like, Lord, help me get one more. Lord, help me get one more. And he's saying, and without a gun, he ain't got a gun. You know,
Wow.
he a soldier with no gun.
With no gun.
But his weapon is his faith.
Wow.
True
That's
story.
deep.
It's a true story. And so so since I saw that movie, I probably said a couple of times a day, and I'm like, Lord, one, let my work be the work you have for me. Don't let me pick up anything you didn't put my name on.
Yes.
And the second part of it is, it's for his glory. So even as we're doing this show, I'm like, Lord, help us get one more that hears, okay, I'm gonna faith it. I'm not gonna be out here faking like it's something that it's not. I'm gonna go outside of who I am for what he has for me. So when what I wanted to tell you today was, when I posted that, like that one line prayer, and you said, sis, I got you, I'm gonna help you, that did something to me on the inside. True story is, even people who like walk with you and they've been with you like all your life, whatever, don't even, like, when they don't say that, and someone who you just had a divine connection with says that, you're like, oh my God, like, thank you. Like, literally, I was so tired, I would hold my eyes open, I'm like, I can't do this by myself. And at that moment, you posted that comment, sis, I got you, I'm gonna help you. Wow, right? So that's why, like, it's so powerful to have those type of connections. So that was a faith-it moment for me. That this project I'm working on, help me faith it, help me finish it. Like, none of this, I don't know about you, let me ask you this question. Like, if you guys are friends of the show, you've been following, you kind of know my story. I never like set out to have a radio show. I never really like set out to have a nonprofit organization. What I did do, like, I'm a corporate chick. I've been in corporate America for 14 years. I climbed my way up or whatever. And just, I had a moment one day when I was like, God, I want what you want for me. I want to be delivered from the stuff that's holding me back. I know this isn't it. This is what success looks like to the world, but something's missing. What do you want from me? And he started to speak to me and say, I want you to do a nonprofit. You want me to do what? I want you to go, here's an idea. This is what I want you to say. I have a radio show. I'm going to give you a platform, but this is exactly what I want you to say. And I'm like, you want me to what? And I had to tell somebody that the other day. She was like, well, girl, you asked for this. I said, actually, no, I didn't. What I asked for was, I asked God to use my life for his glory, and I asked God to tell me what to do. So this is the byproduct of what I asked God. Melissa didn't come up with this. So I have to ask you, sis, when you set out to do these wonderful things in your life, was it like you had this grand master plan, get on the airplane from California, or did it just kind of, you said you heard God. How did he speak to those things? How do you hear from him when it comes to business and what you're doing?
Honestly, I pray before I even go to meetings, consultations, when people inquire about working with us. Like, I always even tell my team too, like, everybody that inquires is not supposed to be my client. Everybody that applies is not qualified to...
Wait, sit on that for a minute. Everybody who comes your way and inquires is not meant to be connected to your business. Okay, keep going. I just wanted to catch that.
And so if it doesn't align with my spirit, it doesn't matter if they can afford my services. It's about like the overall big picture. Like, is this going to be a liability? Is this going to be, are they not of God? Because I don't have a problem talking about him to anybody.
I know.
So if you can't even handle that, then we're not even going to be able to, just because I already know who's the real CEO of my life and who's really running the business, that it has to be of God. It has to be aligned in what he wants me to do for me to even sign it. Because as fast as people can come, as fast as God will remove them, and I always ask and pray for the power of discernment, if it's not what you want for me, please,
wow.
God has been so faithful to me and helped me in so many different ways in dark times that I was like, I know I have to just do, like, really for real, just do what I'm supposed to be doing, because I've seen it go the other way.
So I got to ask you mentioned dark times. So in the, 6-7 years since you've been here in Atlanta and since you've been doing your thing, you've been running your businesses. do you mind sharing a dark time when faith it till you make it wasn't even a quote anymore? It got real, like you had to faith it. Can you share your faith it moment?
Oh, yeah. I would say when I moved to Atlanta, a young lady, she told me she owned this house, and I was renting the house from her. Come to find out, she didn't even really own the place. She was a scam artist. So she was taking my money. Like, and anyway, to make a long story short, like, I didn't have a place to live. Like, for like a good, I don't know, like 2 weeks, I was staying in like an extended stay, and nobody knew because, you know, like, I was dressed in all black. I would wear, you know, still have my hair, my makeup done, and I wasn't faking it. It just wasn't nobody's business. Yeah. You know, to know what I was going through. I was going to get through that transition, you know, just that downtime that I didn't even call my mom or dad. They could have easily been like, okay, let me send you some. I was like, no, let me see what I'm really made of. Let me see if I can really do this on my own, get through it, have to go through these growing pains. Like, I'm a grown woman, you know, like, there are going to be things that you gonna have to go through, and you're going to have to rely on, you know, prayer, hard work, you know, figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to put myself in an uncomfortable situation and go through that to really see what I was even made of, and if my faith was real, because I was like, oh God,
it's like, okay, it's being tested. Let me put it to the test.
Like, you know, and I've been in that situation, and that people didn't know, you know, so like, yeah, I mean, I've been in some,
somebody I'm sure is in that situation now where you put your trust in this person, like, okay, well, I'm gonna rent this place. That can affect not only just your faith in people, but like you literally are in a foreign land. I'm in a new place. I'm away from my family. Thank you, Holy Ghost.
And it's so crazy because like my family, we own apartment duplexes, so she gave me like the lease agreement, everything, and this woman,
so you know, like property management, you know.
So I'm like, I know she's not running a game on me, but she obviously was dealing with her own demons for her to do something like that, and I just happened to get caught up in that, you know, situation, and you know, I never got my rent back, and that like it was just, I was like,
that hurts.
I'm just out here broke right now.
Yeah.
Like, okay. You know, made it work, did what I needed to do, ended up getting obviously another place, you know, but just in that moment, like, oh my God, I'm in an uncomfortable this place. I don't want to be here. You know, just you know, yeah.
So that was your faith in moment.
Yes.
So a lot of things are kind of dropping in my mind right now about that whole scenario. Is you could have called your parents, but you said, okay, I'm gonna go through the process. That speaks to even when people, okay, you go through your activation hour, you're like, okay, I'm not turning back. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to do whatever. And sometimes, like, you hit a wall. You could call certain people or resources, but it's like, okay, what does that do for you?
Right.
Does it challenge you? Does it if it doesn't challenge you? I've said this before many times that if it doesn't scare me, I start to wonder, like, this shouldn't be this easy. If I don't want it easy, I know that sounds crazy, but it's like I want to feel like I earned this. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I can totally relate to that. But one thing that fell in my spirit when you were sharing, like, okay, I'm in this city, you know, I don't know anybody. I just came from California.
Yeah.
What got my attention was you're in California. Now, people are flocking to California, trying to get opportunities, but you left a place where it looks like that is prosperous in entertainment. It looks like everyone wants to come to California and get seen and get discovered. You left your homeland and came to a foreign land to get your stuff, which means that what God had for you was in the hands of people in a place you didn't even know.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
He doesn't do that.
That's deep.
He will, and I say that, and shout out to my pastor, Pastor Rachel Senior. We talk about this all the time. God, it's biblical. He will take you to get your stuff from a foreign land, from foreign people outside of your circle.
Yes.
He will give you a new circle.
Yes.
He will give you a new assignment So some of y'all are sitting there wondering, well, why can't this happen at home and you in your comfort zone around your people and your family, when the truth is that's not who you're called to.
Right.
You were called to Atlanta, went through some stuff, could have easily left and said, forget this, but you said, no, I'm going to stick where I'm planted. I want y'all to catch that. Yeah. So everything happened. In all the businesses you have, Table of 20, the B Firm, just all of it, you know, being an author, faith until you make it. And which one of those do you think you really serve? Like, where do you feel like you kind of get that fix? Like, I really feel like I'm helping people and saving the world. Like, or did you get that from all of them in different ways?
It's crazy because I've always wanted to be of service. You know, like I've always loved just helping people since I was young. I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 11. My mom gave me business cards, and you know, I was braiding hair.
Shout out, mama.
Shout out my mom. Yeah, and she, I was making oatmeal cookies. You know, just doing different things like that. So I've always liked making people feel good and helping them. And I would say, even with me creating my own career with the B Firm, I was like, wow, okay, God. But I think it was with the book, because I didn't even have that on my vision board of, oh, I'm going to become an author. You know, I was talking to a young woman, and we were talking about me giving her other potential authors to sign under her book publishing company. Shout out to November Media.
Okay.
And one day I was like, man, I should write a book. She was like, you should. And this is the deadline, and this is what you're going to And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And
be careful what you say.
When it came, I was like, is this a real thing? Like, I did this? Well, she helped me, but it was just like, wow, like, okay, God. And then when I would get messages from people like, faith it until you make it, and, you know, saying different quotes in it, like, I was like, dang.
I mean, it took on its own life, right?
Yeah, and it was like, wow, like, okay, God, like, people are really gravitating to it. They like it, like, the title in itself, like, it, you know, just the message behind it. I was like, wow, like, I don't know. I was just, it was just a different type of feeling.
Absolutely. And I wanted to make sure we pointed out that part about serving, because ultimately it's all for serving and helping others. That's what leadership is. That's what really being a boss is. Everybody want to talk about, I want to be a boss chick, I want to be all. No, the reality is, who are you serving, though?
Are you serving? Yeah. What's the call to action? How are you really, you know, helping?
That's real wealth. That's being a real boss. Right. Absolutely. Well, I think that's a perfect place to just pause. Okay. We're going to take a really quick break. I'm going to come back, and we're going to really dig deep. Guys, I'm going to tell you more about the book. And I want to talk to Erica about my favorite quotes from the book. And I want to hear her favorite quotes. And then we can't give it out because y'all got to go out and buy the book. Tell them where they can get the book, Erica, before we take a break.
The book from BarnesandNobles.com, Amazon, and November Media.
All right. You better go get the book. You better learn how to faith it until you make it. All right, family. You are now the Activation Hour with your girl Melissa D, the Activation Specialist. You are listening to 108 Praise Radio. Quick announcement before our break. We are looking for interns, y'all. So if you have high school seniors, college students who are looking to get into media communications, we want to expand, give them experience to grow here with us at 108 Praise Radio. So you can get more information and email us at 108praiseradio@gmail.com, so you can join the family, get that experience, kids, and be a part of the family. So you are listening to 108 Praise Radio, where we're always voicing the gospel. We'll be right back. Lovely, talented, amazing Erica Diaz. Thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you.
If you've tuned into the first half, we just really started kind of getting into the book and dropping some gems about Faith Until You Make It. Show the people your book. Just hold it up for them so they can see it. So make sure you go out and support and purchase this at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all those good ones. I downloaded. I got it on the go with me on my phone. When I need to pull me a Faith It quote, like, Lord Jesus, help me, Faith It. What can I pull today? So on that note, I want to share with you guys a few of my favorite quotes if I can. So these are just all this week. I've been kind of like, whenever I'm kind of sitting there instead of scrolling through social media, I like pull out the quotes. I like to research my guests. I want to know, okay, what are they talking about? What are they writing about? And so I'm going to drop 4 gems, and I want Erica to share with me when I share the quote, how that even came about, who the quote comes from, what was the story, okay? So my first quote from her book, Faith It Until You Make It. Average people have great ideas. Legends have great execution.
So I got that inspiration from a combination of people, like my dad and my mom.
Okay.
You know, they, to me, are like my Barack and Michelle Obama.
I love it.
Even though they're divorced, they're still best friends. But my parents are, to me, like just the epitome of, you know, hard work, perseverance, sacrifice. You know, just all these different things, and that was inspired by them.
I love that. All right, shout out to mom and dad. My second favorite quote from her book: "Delegate to elevate." It's funny. Let me tell you how my friends, the people that like really know me, I say it all the time. Visionaries can't be your own employees.
Thank you.
I've learned that the hard way over the last year of my life. So shout out to my team. Wow. Shout out to, you know, my interns, everybody that's helped me with all of this, because I can't, I get in my way. So talk about where you got delegate to elevate.
So please record this. My sister, Ashley Jernigan, she is the one who told me that quote. Like, she would come up with these little one-liners and different things, and she was like, "Sissy, you gotta delegate to elevate." And so I started saying it like every day when I'm talking to my interns, when I'm talking to my team. I'm like, when I'm talking to potential clients, I'm like, you have to delegate to elevate. You have to put people in a position to help you win. You know, like, you can't do it by yourself. So you have to delegate to elevate. And I just, you know, kept saying it, and it's like in my daily conversations. You know,
delegate to elevate
was the one who inspired that quote, and she, you know, she got
this must really be one that your team hears all the time, because we got Candace in the studio. She hiding in the corner, but Candace is on the team with Erica, and she's shaking her head like, She almost want to say amen right now. That's a good one. It just perfectly sums up what I say about visionaries can't be your own employees. That's like the Cliff Notes version of what? Delegate, y'all.
Delegate.
You out here trying to be Mr. and Miss Everything. You can't be. Shout out to, I said this before on the show, my homegirl Kalia. Kalia has been just my right hand, and so much I've done with righting our wrongs. And I remember when we got ready for our first big public event, and you know when it's like your first time out, really like putting your baby out there to the world. And I'm so meticulous. I go out my hands and everything. Well, not only did she tell me breathe, let me tell you what she did. She slapped my hand, and she said, and we were making gift bags for all of our guests or whatever, and she slapped my hand and she said, "Wait, I don't tell you how to speak, so don't tell me how to make these gift bags." I said, "Okay." Stay in your lane. She's like, "You got me for a reason." And so shout out to Kalia. But I had to learn that. And so what's funny is it was the people that are like called to me to help me carry the vision that showed me
that I got you.
I got, like, put that down. Literally, I got you. All right, so my next quote. "You are more powerful than you know, and they fear the day that you discover it." Now, before you tell me where you got that from, I'm going to tell you what stuck out to me. When you said, "They fear the day." And I started asking myself, who is they? Who is the they that fears the day that I recognize how powerful I am? So talk about that, Erica. Where'd you get that quote from?
So, it's funny. I remember I was watching something that Monica Brown, the singer, that she was on, and she was like, "Who are the they? Like, who are these people that are talking negative? Who are the they? They don't come up to me, you know, like." And so I was inspired to talk about that too in a quote and just let people know, like, the day that I really discovered, like, my worth, my power, my, you know, like, the they got eliminated. Whoever these people are, whoever these, you know, haters, I guess we call, I don't know. Whatever, who are they, whoever that is.
We give them too much attention and too much credit.
You know, too much credit. They who? So... Yeah.
Oh, that blessed my soul, y'all. I read it like 3 times last night. I was like, and I read it out loud. I said, "You are more powerful than you know." Okay, that's cool. That's an affirmation to me.
Right.
And they feel the day you discovered. I'm like, wait, bye, y'all. Bye. Who are the they? But you know what? I'm thankful for the they. I'm thankful for the they because, it doesn't even matter like who they are.
Right?
What I'm thankful for is it's like I'm gonna prove you wrong. Thank you for backing me into a corner because I've literally had to make decisions like that in my life. They have backed me into a place where either I'm gonna fight my way out and prove myself, or I can lay here and be who you say I am.
Right.
So thank you, Days.
Thank you, Days.
Right. All right. So my next one, Jesus. I can't even get it out because it does something to me when I read it and when I say it. And I got a feeling you got your pen ready. Y'all ready? Y'all gonna be posting this, tweeting this, and everything. This is my favorite one. Jobs fill your pockets. Walking in purpose fills your soul. Talk about it.
So, I when I moved to Atlanta, and after that transition happened with the particular TV show, I said, God, I will never do a job, you know, that isn't of you or isn't fulfilling my purpose. You know, like, I need you to constantly show me my purpose. Just guide me. Allow me to continue walking in my purpose, you know? And once I started, like I said, surrendering and just being more fearless, you know, like, it's like you can't have fear and faith. So you have to choose one. So every day.
That's a quote to put in the book. Right, you left that out. You can't have fear and faith.
You can't have fear and faith. You have to choose one.
You realize you just spoke something to existence. You said that's going to be in the next one.
Right.
Is it coming? Is there a
next? Oh, yeah, there is.
All right. Yes, faith in part 2. I love it.
So, you know, I just, that's what that quote was inspired about. Just life and me remembering, like, girl, you got this. You got to just continue to walk in your purpose.
What's your favorite quote from the book?
If prayer... Wait, hold on.
Yes, right. Turn to it. Tell the people what page. I told y'all, we dropping some real gems today. I hope y'all writing this down and taking notes. And matter of fact, just get the book. Get the book.
This one. If prayer becomes a habit, success becomes a lifestyle.
So true.
You know?
So true.
And so, besides that and delegate to elevate, those are definitely two of my favorite. I, over the years, like, I've always had a relationship with God, you know, but, like, my prayer life got a little bit more serious just over the years. And as I became a woman and, you know, like, I get on my knees. Like, I have to, you know, like, I got to get real with my prayers, my goals, my things that I want, you know, God to continue to show me and reveal to me and help me with. So my prayer is a part of my business. Okay.
Yeah. It's part of my business plan.
So
it is.
You know, like that's just where it is for
That's
me.
So real. Transparent moment. Yeah, those that know me and who tune into my show, I tell my business like all the time. I don't care because there's nothing y'all can hold against me because I give it all to God anyway. Like whatever. So like literally, I didn't feel good when I woke up this morning. And I was in my feelings a little bit. I was, and I'm like, I've learned. This is the thing though, that's okay. It's gonna happen. We're human. Yeah. We have feelings, not to get caught and stuck in them. I tell myself feelings and emotions are a litmus test. They're kind of like a thermostat. They're a temperature gauge to let you know something on the inside of you is not right.
Not right.
So the feelings are to let you know I need to get in front of God so I can get that thermostat tuned back up. I can get back on the right temperature in the right place I need to be to handle my day. So that's really what feelings are for. Feelings are not a place for you to get stuck.
Yes.
They're a place to let you know that you're off course.
Yes. And you gotta check yourself.
And you check yourself. So, and literally, like, I could have called and said, "Hey, girl, pray with me." Hey, no. Because I know him for myself, like, I put that music on in my bathroom, I beat my face, and I was like, Lord, but this is the thing. I want y'all to catch this about what Erica was saying about prayer, though. It's a part of your success plan because, first of all, again, prayer is what even led to the idea. Prayer is what opens the doors. Prayer and your character, your posture in God, oftentimes is the light that keeps you in the room in dark places too.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
We are the light. We're called to be the light in dark places. And I know I've been called to some places and things just to be. He's literally told me, like, look, you gonna go and this is what you gonna say. And I'm like, really? That's what you gonna say, God? He's like, yep. That's how we talk. Me and God talk like that. That comes with relationship, right? And then, like, even in the car, I'm listening to, my praise music. I'm getting ready or whatever. And you ever had, like, that one song come on and it just, like, catch hold of you?
Yes. Yes.
So shout out. Hold on, I gotta tell y'all. It's Quinese Sings. Shout out. She's been one of our featured artists before, nice. And so I finally, her song "All Things." I had that as one of our featured songs, and I finally got like the whole album. And listened. And she, there's this one song though. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute. Because I was literally driving in the car trying to get my mind right to come here and kick it with you for a little bit. Let's see. Is it More of You? He Kept Me. There's so many gems on here. Oh, shoot. Go get her album, though. All Things. The whole thing. And it's one of the songs on there. It just caught hold of me. And I had to remember I'm driving because I let go of the steering wheel. I started clapping. I started yelling. So the thing is, prayer and praise, they set you free so that you can do what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So I worship and literally those feelings start falling off. The whatever was weighing me down start falling off. And then I got excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to meet Erica today. And I'm just going to have my show today. It's going to be great today. So those same feelings I felt. And sometimes you ever have like feelings you can't put your finger on, like, why am I feeling like this?
Right, yes.
Guys, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. Spirits and things will fall on us that are not of God, and we need to recognize it. Right. So I'm going to tell you something. In business, you're not going to feel good sometimes. In life, it's not going to feel good all the time. Right. And the great ones do it anyway. Right. We do it anyway. Right. That's how you faith it. Yep. That's how you faith that. So those are I love that, your favorite quotes. Y'all got to get this book. It's I've been walking around with it on my phone, but I did order mine from Barnes & Noble to be my coffee table book.
Oh, and I was thinking this.
Were you really? Oh, you know what?
Maybe we can give it away.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so I'm going to gift this beautiful book. I want to bless somebody. Call into the show right now. And the first caller that I get, I'm personally shipping this book to you from Erica and a love gift from me. So call into the show so you can get a copy of this book. All right? Cool. So, Courtney, make sure they see the number at the bottom so y'all can call in and learn how to faith until you make it. Hello. Yes. All right. So, let's transition here and talk about opportunities. This is another quote from the book, but I made it separate because I had more questions about it. Okay. Opportunities are not created. I mean, opportunities, are created. Mm-hmm. They are created. They're not given. Mm-hmm. Explain what that means.
So, I didn't major in public relations. I majored in fashion merchandising. Okay. My sister is the amazing, talented PR beast in real life. I just have what I like to call an ability to
a gift.
Help. Yeah, a gift that God has instilled in me, and then it just so happens to have a title called publicist, and so from what my sister was doing, and then I was in transition with careers from wardrobe styling to PR. I called my sister one day and I call her Sissy. So I'm like, Sissy, I was like, so this PR thing, is this what you do like full time? Like, what is the real, And I said, I need more money. Like, I have to create my own opportunity. And I said, we have to create our own business. And she was like, okay. And my sister was so game, down for the play, like, created the website. Then, you know, I had the vision, you know, on how we were going to get the clients, what we were going to do moving forward. And I literally created my own opportunity.
And now you eat from the work of your hands. That is awesome.
And I said, I'm not going to, like I said, have a career that I'm not wholeheartedly 110% in love with. Like, I love what I do. I love the opportunities that it has afforded me. I love the opportunities that it have afforded people around me, and like, just the different things that I've been able to do to inspire, engage, and meet other amazing people such as yourself. And my hard work hasn't gone in vain. Everything that I've been through to get to even just where we are talking today.
Absolutely.
Like, it's all been, part of the process.
It's so strategic.
It's so strategic.
We created this opportunity even to be here today. Praise God for that. I think we have some callers coming in. I said something about the book and the lines blew up, y'all. Courtney, we have a caller coming in. Can you connect me to our first caller? Hi, caller. Who's on the line?
Hi, this is Dashay Castillo.
What's up, Dashay Castillo? Calling from Tallahassee. That's my sister, y'all. What's up, Dashay?
Hello.
Thank you for calling in.
I just wanted to say, yes, awesome show, awesome information. I'm tuning in today, and everything that you all have been saying is going into my spirit. And Erica, you are awesome. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a stylist, an upcoming stylist, and I actually studied underneath Sean Nelson, and she uses your quote too, "Face it till you make it." She actually uses it in her class. So, and I had the pleasure of actually meeting you, even though I didn't really know that was you, at her fashion show.
Oh, recently here in Atlanta. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for listening to the voice of God and walking in your faith walk, walking in purpose, and just continue to be a blessing to the community and doing what you do and doing it well.
Thank you so much.
You know what? This was so strategic. She texted me at the beginning of the show. She said, "Oh my gosh, these quotes are amazing. I'm getting a book. I'm going to buy the book. Don't buy the book. I'm going to ship it to you, okay? Don't buy it. You're first caller."
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shay. We love you. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. Love y'all. Many blessings. Bye-bye.
And I think we have one more caller. I see another one on the line. Courtney, can you connect me to the next call? Hi, caller. Who's on the line? Hello, caller. Can you hear me? Oh, they disconnected. We lost them. All right, so it's not too late. I'm feeling so excited. I love like giving away stuff. I feel like, Oprah, you get a book, you get a book. So I am personally going to contribute one more book. I'll order it and ship it to you directly. So anybody else call in, you got you call in the next 3 minutes, and I'm feeling so good. I'm gonna give away one more book.
Oh, thank you.
From me to you. All right. So, last question. We're gonna wrap up here. What would be your one piece of advice to someone who wants to take a leap of faith like you did?
Yeah.
Whether it's to go across the country or across town to create their opportunity, whatever it is. One piece of advice for them when they're trying to break out into their industry.
I would say start by starting, just start, and my grandmother, she used to tell me, she would say, Erica, you don't have no friends. I'm your only friend. She said, you come to God in secret, you tell him what you want, and he's going to make it happen for you.
Ooh.
And honestly, when I stopped telling people what I had going on and just letting my work speak for itself,
that's so true.
I started outpouring the different blessings. When I started talking to him instead of talking to flesh, and just started talking to, him really, for real, and telling him what I wanted, he just started revealing things for me. And so, she just, told me to come to God in secret, and that's what I've been doing.
You have no friends. God, Jesus is your friend.
And I'm your only friend.
I'm your friend. Me and Jesus. Oh, that sounds like something my grandma would say. God bless grandmamas. They are so special. Yes. Lord knows I love mine. Both. I'm thankful for both of them, having living grandmothers. Yes. Thank you, God, for them and their prayers. And it's because of your grandmother's prayers. I mean, it got you here today, right? Yes. Praise God for that. So, we're going to wrap up here. Man, our time went by so fast. I know, right? It was fun. So, tell the people how they can stay connected. This is your time to plug everything you got going on. Table of 20, Faith Until You Make It, all of it. Right. Tell the people.
You guys can definitely follow me on Instagram at the Be Firm PR. You can also follow my Erica's Table of 20 page, which is Table of 20. And then
you gotta tell them what it is if they never heard about it.
The Table of 20 is an exclusive event where I only have 20 people who I allow to come, but I have real women, real men who are doing phenomenal things. It's not about no Instagram following. So if I post about the event, you can definitely get a ticket to come. It's awesome. For everybody. However, I want the right energy in there because I will remove you if you're not.
All right now.
And just 20 people, and they really get to open up and be transparent about where they are in their life and how you got to where you are, because I think with Instagram things can be so filtered down and different things like that. So I like people to just get back to the authentic and organic way of building relationships and connecting. So I have that Erica's Table of 20 once a month. And then Vintage and More, we just did a reboot, thankfully, to my girl Candace, who was my model for my new stuff, and and Ari, my other intern, who helped with wardrobe and hair. And so we're going to be relaunching my Vintage and More, and so I'm really excited about that. And
awesome. And how can they connect to Vintage and More?
They can, it's Vintage and More 101 on Instagram. Yeah. Awesome. And we just, we're going to be doing a pop-up at the end of the month.
All right.
Selling all of our stuff. Candace is going to be there doing makeup. Ari's going to be doing hair. Shout out to Miss Jackie. And we're going to be doing it at Sugar and Spice Boutique on Edgewood. So
wonderful. I'm coming through. I'm coming through to support. All right. Well, guys, it has been amazing today. To just really have some real bonding time, some girl talk, some faith talk, some life talk, all of that. And so I'm thankful to you. Bless you and bless your business. So guys, I'm going to leave you with this final just quote in scripture for the day. John 10:38. Now look, I could have quoted, faith is the substance of things hoped for. I love it. Love the word of God, but we wear that one out. I'm going to give you something new to chew on when it comes to faith. John 10:38. But if I do them, even though you do not believe in me, believe the works, that you may know and understand that the Father is in me and I in the Father. So when it comes to faith, know that, look at my works, see that God is in me and I'm in him. That is the real manifestation of faith. Family, I love you. Thank you for tuning in for another week of the Activation Hour. I'm your girl, Melissa D, the Activation Specialist. You are tuned in to 108 Praise Radio, where we're always voicing the gospel. I'll see you next week. Love your family.